In my estimation, and I don't know what you think about this, but in my estimation, uh, this has been about the three most important days in the political history of the United States since the Nixon administration, at least. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, in fact, I go back farther than that. It is, it is. Elon Musk called it a fork in the road for civilization, and I don't think that was an exaggeration at
No,
all. In
you're
fact,
right. That's
I mean, we
he's
could have gone
absolutely right.
downhill. We could have gone to stagnation and bureaucratic government and crony capitalism, and we went the other way. And
Yes,
what is it? Yogi Berra said, "If you see a fork in the road, take it." And that's what we did, and thank God.
yes, absolutely. This was a this the events heading up to the election were nothing short of a comedy movie. I mean, that script could have been written by Lucille Ball. I mean, we with these idiots thrashing around. Somebody I don't know who decided that Biden was not going to run, and somebody I don't know who decided that Harris was going to be the candidate. They didn't have a convention. They just suddenly that's what was going on, and everything that they did was done incorrectly. Everything, and I'm sorry that Los Angeles had to burn down, but that was just the icing on the cake, wasn't it? I haven't seen how did California vote? Do you know?
They, of course, wound up voting Democrat. Some congressional races only went Democrat after like literally over a month of counting, but it moved Republican. I mean, the big sort of buried story in this is that not one county in America moved toward the Democrats in the last election. And even in blue states like New York and California, it wasn't enough to flip the state, but there was substantial movement in the red direction. And the reason is just that the Democrats were crazy and really kind of suicidal for the country. And, even a lot of people who always thought of themselves as hardcore Democrats said, well, I'm
Right.
not in this.
Right.
And it is, somebody said it's not surprising that the state that took 38 days to count the votes after an election was also unprepared for wildfires.
Well, that's certainly a good point. How long did it take Florida to count?
No,
Probably 3 or 4 hours.
hours. Yes.
3 or 4 hours. They were done by midnight. Now, why can't California? Why can't New Mexico do that? Why
Because they're
can't
cheating.
Arizona do that? What the hell is going on?
Because they're cheating. It's all
Oh,
because they're cheating.
it takes
That's all
time
it
to
is.
cheat. It takes time to cheat. And anybody that thinks that the 2020 election was a free and fair election is they're just saying that because it makes them feel better.
I mean, I had former students who were poll watchers in Georgia who were just kicked out of the polls. The Republican poll watchers, and they were just told, get lost. This is Fulton County. We don't allow Republicans in here. So that doesn't inspire confidence.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So anyway, we've got kind of a fork in the road now, and my impression is that everybody's kind of excited about this. What do you think about this? I mean,
I think
the mood's different, isn't it?
oh, absolutely. And, it's funny because I was talking about this with my wife, who's a psychologist and who notices stuff. And she said, even the people I know who are Democrats seem more optimistic now than they did, before the election. And I think it's just because there is like a national turn. And, when you're a Democrat, you're never allowed to be happy. They're always
No.
telling you you're supposed to be mad about something and
Right.
sad about something and depressed about something. So when the Democrats control the messaging, everybody's unhappy. And then when the Democrats don't control the messaging, people are allowed to be happier, and that even includes the Democrats. So, you still see a few sad sacks on social media who Democrats going on, Elon Musk is a Nazi or some kind of bullshit like that. But nobody believes that. I don't know if they even believe it.
No, they've been told to say that. Democrats are pretty good at doing what they're told, aren't they?
Yeah, and Republicans could learn a little of that because one thing the Democrats are good at is taking a tiny majority in the House or Senate and holding them together. And at least in the past, in 2016 to 2018, uh, the Republicans were not good at that. And there was a lot of infighting, and part of that was, they had a bad speaker. They had Paul Ryan, who really didn't want to accomplish a lot once he got the tax cuts through. But also, they've just been very fractious, and I think it's really early, but I think they're going to be better this time.
Well, I hope so, because everybody is looking at them real, real closely now, and it's